there's a bit of a controversy right now with the bombing of the girls' school in Iran that, of course, took place in the early hours of this conflict. 160 confirmed dead from that, most of them schoolgirls. But then, by the way, this did not get reported as much. Days and days later, we then bombed a boys' school. It's not to be outdone. They want to keep it equitable, right? We got the girls' school. Let's go get the boys' school. So yes, they did also end up bombing a boys' school. And military investigators came out last Friday and said, we did this. This was the military. Certainly wasn't intentional, but yeah, it was us. So Trump has now come out and is refuting the official claim of the military investigators. And he said, no, in my opinion, based on what I've seen, that was done by Iran. In my opinion, it was done by Iran. That's not how opinions work, man. That's like me saying, in my opinion, I'm not using a camera for this live stream. That's not the kind of thing you get to have an opinion about, because it's an actual thing that is happening, that has happened, that does happen. You can't have an opinion on that. You don't get to say, in my opinion, the sun comes up every day. No, that's a fact, or it's not. You don't get to have opinion on what a fact is. Now, on certain facts, you can have an opinion on what it means, on the interpretation of it, or how it is applied, sure. But you don't get to have an opinion on whether or not something is a fact. And here's what else happened. Immediately after Trump was like, no, in my opinion, Iran did this, Hegseth wouldn't say either way. Hegseth did not echo Trump's claim. Hegseth said, well, we're certainly investigating it. So even Hegseth knew. I'm not going to repeat that, bud. Then you had Mike Waltz, UN ambassador to the UN, who said, I can tell you as a veteran in no uncertain terms, the United States does everything it can to avoid civilian casualties. Sometimes, of course, tragic mistakes occur. The school was hit with a Tomahawk missile. The United States military is the only group that has Tomahawk missiles. So now some of the conservatives trying to defend Donald Trump's completely false statement are like, no, we think Iran somehow got some of our Tomahawks somehow, maybe, because that's a thing that totally happens. And then they bombed their own school instead of us. They only stole a couple Tomahawks, and instead of using it against the United States, they took these highly sophisticated missiles and bombed their own school because that was more beneficial to them, right? That's the logic of these conservatives. Yeah, best to maybe back off that talking point as well, because it makes absolutely no sense when you think about it for half a second. The military effectively confirmed, we killed the kids. Trump doesn't get to have an opinion on whether or not it happened. Thanks for watching, and if you are not already subscribed to the channel, please do so, and do not forget to like and comment and share widely among your friends.